Okay, so in this question, three sides are given and they want you to work out the angle PQR, this angle here. Okay, so when they give you three sides and you want an angle, you know, it's not a right angle triangle, so it's, sine or cosine rule comes into play, but if they give you three sides and you want one angle, you've got to use the cosine rule. And the formula for cosine rule at the front page is as follows. Okay, so this is what they give you on page 2. Alright, and we just need to adapt these letters then to how we need it to work for us. So, you know, they use angle A here, but we want angle Q. So you change that to cos Q, okay? And of course, you know, they correspond, don't they? A squared, little a squared is on that side because we've got angle A here. So if I change angle A to angle Q, you can have little Q squared here, okay? Little q squared, and then your b and c squared are just the other side, so it'll be p and r, so p squared plus r squared minus 2pr. You got that, okay? So that's the adjustment of the letters there. And then, quite simply then, just rearrange this around, so the minus 2pr cos q, take that over that side, so you've got 2pr cos q equals p squared plus r squared. Take the q squared over, so you get minus q squared. Okay, so I'm swapping that, I'm taking that over there, and then taking this over the other side, and then cos q then would be p squared plus r squared minus q squared over 2pr. Okay, so that's your formula there you need. So in this case then I'm just checking in the numbers. Now let's identify the sides first. This is going to be little q here. This is going to be little r here, and that's going to be little p here. Okay, so then just putting it into that formula, cos q will equal little p squared, which is 7.6 squared, little r squared, which is 8.2 squared, and then little q squared, which is 12.3 squared, all over 2pr. Okay, so that would be 2 times p, which is 7.6, times r, which is 8.2. So then you get your calculator. Now we can work all this out in one go. Okay, so we can work all that right hand side out in one go. Put in using your fraction button, and that comes out to be this. Okay, so I can write that down maybe if you want. So that's your cos q. Of course, then to get q, you need to do cos the minus 1 of that. Okay, so on my calculator, I do shift cos, and I'll just press ans button, and then it'll come out for me 102.17, okay, or 18 degrees, 2 decimal places, okay. Or you can put it as 1 decimal place because the value's in there, 1 decimal place. Brilliant. And then it says find the area of triangle PQR. Okay, PQR. And remember, this formula is also in the formula booklet on page 2 rather. It's the area that they give you. Area of triangle is half AB sine C. That's the formula they give you. Okay, and generally these are the two sides and the angle in between them. That's what you're going to think. So you've got the two sides here, angle in between them, and we know that angle in between there is 102.18. okay, so you've got the two sides, the angle in between. If you want to change the letters, that basically would change to sine Q. Okay, C becomes Q, and then your AB are the other two sides, your PR. But don't worry too much about it. At the end of the day, all you need to do is area is half times these two sides. Okay, these two sides are that times then sine of that angle. Okay. Alright, so you've got 0.5 times 8.2 times 7.6 times sine 102.18, and you get your answer out to be 30.5 centimeter squared for area.